172 AC, Naerys gave birth to a second set of twins. The boy was stillborn, but the girl, Princess Daenerys, survived. Yet again, this delivery caused Naerys to linger near death and Aegon's hand of the king. Lord Bracken went as far to speak openly about marrying his own daughter, Barba, to Aegon. A fortnight before, she had given birth to yet another bastard of King Aegon, Aegor Rivers. Bracken's plan was to marry Barba to Aegon after Naerys' expected eventual death. However, Naerys eventually recovered, and the scandal caused Lord Bracken to be removed from his office. Prince Daeron and Aemon the Dragonknight forced Barba to leave with the infant Aegor for Stonehenge. In contrast to Barba, Aegon's next mistress, Melissa Blackwood, was actually befriended by Aemon, Daeron and Naerys, and they were on generally good terms with one another, which could not be said of many of Aegon's mistresses. During this time, one tale suggests that once disguised as a mystery knight, Prince Aemon once won a tourney after his brother Aegon had forbidden him to take part, because Aegon wanted to crown his mistress at that time as the Queen of Love and Beauty. After winning as the Knight of Tears, Aemon crowned Naerys as Queen of Love and Beauty instead, and the tale became legend and sung up and down the Seven Kingdoms. King Aegon IV's quarrels with Queen Naerys and Prince Aemon the Dragonknight only became worse after his son by Naerys, Prince Daeron, grew old enough to voice his own opinions, something that King Aegon quickly came to resent and punish the prince for. Maester Keith's Life of Four Kings makes it plain and clear to the reader that the supposedly false accusations of the Queen's adultery, specifically with Prince Aemon, made by Sir Morgil Haswick, were in fact instigated by King Aegon himself, though at the time Aegon denied it. But there is enough evidence to suggest that it was indeed the king who sparked these rumours and ensured they were spread far and wide. Technically and legally, these claims against the Queen and the Dragonknight were disproven by Sir Morgil's death in the trial by combat against the Dragonknight himself. Despite this, Aegon still acted as if the claims were true, and the knowledge of these claims had become common among the court and small folk, thus meaning even though they had been proven false through trial by combat, there are still those bound to believe their validity, both at court and beyond. An anecdotal wise tale suggests there were even some that prayed that Prince Daeron was in fact Aemon's son, and not that of the fat, unworthy king, in the hopes that when Daeron did take the throne, he would fix the wrongs of King Aegon's rule. That these accusations towards Naerys and Aemon came at the same time as Aegon and Prince Daeron were quarrelling themselves over the king's unpopular plans to launch an unprovoked war against Dorne, who Westeros had been at peace with since the death of King Daeron I, the Young Dragon, and the intervention and peace deal worked out by King Baelor the Blessed. So in truth, it was surely no coincidence accusations to discredit his son came to light, as the prince was firmly and loudly questioning his father's rule so publicly, something that Aegon was not accustomed to, being a man who often got what he wanted when he wanted, with little or no fuss or objection. It was also the first but not last time that Aegon threatened to name one of his bastards as heir instead of Daeron, with the most likely option and most commonly touted option being Daemon Blackfyre. Despite Aegon feeling disrespect and hatred towards Aemon and Aegon's provocations, Aemon died honourably between 178 and 183 AC in his mid-40s, defending his brother and king against the assassination attempt of two brothers of House Tone, who sought revenge for the torture and execution of their brother, Sir Terence Tone. Queen Naerys never stopped grieving for Aemon, which only fanned the flames of the king's suspicion of Naerys and Aemon's relationship further. Naerys Targaryen herself died 1 year after her beloved Dragonknight, due to another ill-advised childbirth. The fate of this child is not known, but given there is no historical record of it, it can be assumed that the babe died during labour, or shortly after the king began to make barely veiled references to his son's illegitimacy, something he dared only do now because the Dragonknight was dead. His courtiers and hangers-on aped the king as these rumours spread. In the end, Aegon's attempt to blacken his brother and sister's name failed, as the story of Aemon and Naerys, whether it was true or not, did not become a cause for scandal, but one that even into the Baratheon era of Westeros, singers and poets regale patrons with, in inns up and down 7 kingdoms, and even in the free cities. Aemon the Dragonknight is remembered as a heroic figure on par with the legends of the Age of Heroes, and his memory is greatly respected throughout Westeros. Where Aemon is remembered well, the king will always be dubbed the Unworthy.